Hey, what's up, Speakophiles? Wellington here, and welcome to another sound battle where we let speakers speak for themselves. In the battlefield, today we have the Harman Kardon Studio 5 going up against the Studio 6. There is not many differences between these two speakers as far as specs. It literally feels like they just dressed up the Studio 5 into a waterproofed body and called it the Studio 6. If that makes sense. They took the Studio 5 and just plugged some holes to make it completely waterproof, IPX7 certified, and called it the Studio 6. That's how it feels like, because this is the spec sheet of the Studio 5 and this is the spec sheet of the Studio 6. If we merge them together, the specs are literally the same exact thing, except for that the Studio 6 is a little bit less in weight by about 40 grams. And also, like I already mentioned, the Studio 6 is now IPX7 rated, which makes it completely waterproof, which is awesome, by the way, because now you don't have to worry about being outside and your water spilling onto it and breaking it. So it's now fine to be outside because it's IPX7 rated. Anyways, with all that being pretty much the same as far as specs, how about sound? Are they literally the same in sound too? Because I mean, they're running the same driver size, 120mm driver and 125mm tweeter. Same frequency response rating, 50 to 20K. So are they the same or not? So that's what we're going to be finding out in this video. As usual, I will be using a high quality binaural microphone. So for the best experience, please use headphones. But with that said, let's hear the speakers speak. We can talk about it on the other side. you have it. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down there. As far as sound between the two speakers, the Studio 6 here is doing a little bit better than the Studio 5, and listen to me here. Best performance. These are the same. I don't feel like they did anything when it comes to bass performance. I'm getting the same amount of bass, really good, really deep and nice bass coming out of both of the two speakers, which is good because I really loved the bass that was out of the Studio 5. Mids are also about the same, but the Studio 6 is just a little bit better in the upper mids. I feel like they dialed those just a tiny bit up, which makes it sound a little bit brighter, and that goes for the highs too. The treble sounds better on the Studio 6 than it does on the Studio 5 right here. Overall, I do like the sound performance of the Studio 6, but it's not like a very big difference between the two speakers. I still love and like the way the Studio 5 sounds, but the Studio 6 just has a little bit of an edge over the Studio 5 right here. So personally, the only person I would recommend the Studio 6 to is someone who is looking at the two speakers, trying to decide which one to get, but they are not very sure. If they are about the same price, I would take the Studio 6 right here, just because it's newer, it's waterproof, and it sounds a little bit better than the Studio 5 right here. So if you're getting a new one, you don't have any of this and you're just getting into the Studio line of speakers, the Studio 6 will be your best bet right here. But for someone who owns the Studio 5, I don't see the reason to upgrade unless you are looking for IPX7 rating that the Studio 6 has. Personally, Studio 6 is the winner, but the Studio 5 is not very far behind it. Also, I wanted to mention that the two can be connected together, which is pretty awesome. The only downside to that is you're not able to play them in stereo. So this one will not be able to play the left channel and the right channel on this. They will all be playing the same channel, which will give you a mono sound. But yes, they do connect together, which is always a good thing to be able to have speakers. If you upgrade and you already have this, you have that option of having them play together for a better or bigger sound as you need it. Anyways, I also wanted to mention I'm gonna be at CES 2020, which is pretty exciting and very cool. So I'm gonna be covering some of the speakers that I find there. I hope to find some good, awesome announced or showcased speakers out there. So if you want to see that stuff when 2020 comes here in January, please subscribe so you don't miss on that, or just be pumped and wait to see what's coming from CES 2020. Yeah, thank you for watching this. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.